Hi, and welcome to the latest Ask the Archivist. We've got a really good question today. What is the earliest known piece of writing by Alan Ayckbourn? We know Alan began writing at a very young age. He's frequently spoken about how his mum bought him a child's typewriter and he would clatter away on it beneath the dining table while she, who was a professional writer, typed away on the table above. So Alan's first known and surviving piece of writing is actually a poem which he wrote when he was 9 years old. It was called The Old House and it was published in his school magazine at Wisborough Lodge in Sussex. Now, I'm not going to embarrass the author by reading the poem, but it's an 8-line piece about a haunted house and it's pretty much what you would expect for someone writing at that age. We also know that Alan wrote his first play whilst at Wisborough Lodge, with an adaptation of one of the Jennings books by Anthony Buckeridge. Alan wrote it with the intention of playing the role of Derbyshire, but he was ill on the day, so not only did he not act in it, he didn't even see the one and only performance of his first play. Sadly, or perhaps not from the playwright's perspective, the play hasn't survived in archive. Alan's first professionally published work was also a poem, which he wrote for the Young Elizabethan magazine, and which was published in December 1954. The poem is called Dawn, but unfortunately, the playwright doesn't have a copy of either the poem or the magazine in archive. In the unlikely event anyone watching this happens to have a copy of the magazine, would be grateful to get a scan or photo of the poem. As for the earliest play Alan wrote after he began a professional career in theatre, we can only take an educated guess at what the first one was. Alan recalls he was writing various scripts from 1957, although his intention at the time was to become a professional actor, not a writer. We know he wrote approximately a dozen plays before his first commissioned work, The Square Cat, in 1959. However, little is known about these plays and only a couple survive in archive. We also can't precisely date when they're written, so it's a bit of an educated guess really. However, as Alan Ayckbourn's archivist, I'm confident in saying that the earliest existing play script by Alan is a play called The Season, which was probably written in 1957. It's an unusual play, arguably also his first work of fantasy or science fiction. It has 4 scenes for 2 actors and is a love story which moves forward in time with each scene, from the medieval to a post-apocalyptic future. It's an unusual work and bears no resemblance to anything he would later write. The season is held in the Ayckbourn Archive at the Borthwick Institute for Archives at the University of York, along with what little else survives from this period. So that's the earliest Ayckbourn writing, from prose to plays. I hope you've enjoyed this Ask the Archivist, and if you do have a question you'd like to ask me, please email enquiries@alanayckbourn.net. And as always, if you've enjoyed this video or any of the others on the Ayckbourn YouTube channel, please subscribe. I'll be back with some answers to more questions soon.